Hey guys, it's Dave here at GI Tactical in Plano, Texas, and today we wanted to answer one of the biggest questions that each of us here at the store gets all the time, and that's, what gear do you guys run when you play? So today, I brought in my vest exactly the way I had it set up at Operation Bulldog, where you just went at Bulldog 10 at Fort Hood here with Third Coast Airsoft and Lion Claws, which is pretty awesome. I wanted to show you kind of how I have my kit set up for big Milsim games and what stuff I like to run and why. And some ways that you guys can pick up some gear here in store and kind of accomplish the same goal. So to start, the base carrier is a JPC. We sell a bunch of different variants of this vest here. I have the Crye Precision, which is my preference, just because I lucked into getting one of these things. They're very expensive, so I probably wouldn't have spent the money on one of these on my own, especially seeing the lower cost alternatives that we have here at the store that hold up just as well. And then it's got shoulder pads on top. My preference is actually the tag shoulder pads for the Banshee. And I know I'm going to get a lot of the diehard Milsim Geardo guys that are going to give me a little bit of crap about that. But honestly, they're a little lower profile, and I don't need a whole lot of padding. I've got big shoulders, so it's not an issue for me. Moving down the front of the vest, you'll see here, primary source for ammunition and general gear. I've got the Haley Strategic D3CR. I own one of these for real steel shooting when I go take rifle classes. I think they're fantastic. But I have it set up just this way for a couple different reasons. One, it's removable. So if I hit these clips, right here, you've got two on each side, and then two up top. You'll see that it comes completely off. So right here, if you come in a little closer, we can break this guy down and I can show you how I run it. I stuffed this thing full of magazines. Now this is not what it was intended for, but at Lion Claws games, there is no limit on how many mags that you can carry. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna carry as many as possible. I was running my Krytac LMG, so all of my mag pouches were basically there to assist my buddies if they needed extra ammo. So you see I've got mid caps, mid caps, mid caps. Oh look, another mid cap. The only thing on here that isn't carrying mags is my little hanger pouch that I used to carry my Odin speed loader, which we just restocked on. These guys are fantastic. You can see here they've got the little crank wheel for loading ammo, which I love. It just, at a game where you can load in the field, it's an absolute necessity. And I love this thing. And it's got tons of Velcro space right here on my gear so that I can show off and represent the company, which I love. Moving on here, I've actually got a backup setup. So if I want to slim down and ditch the plate carrier, or not plate carrier, sorry, the chest rig on the front, what I can do is go down to my Blue Force gear mags. I use this when I'm running like my MP5s, or if I just don't want to carry 7 mags on the front of my vest. This way I only carry in 3. There are built-in pouches on the JPC. I personally just don't like bungee retention, so I've ignored them in favor of the Blue Force gear panels. And then up top, it's kind of hard to see because I've got all my comms gear in the way, but up top here on all the JPC models, even the ones that we carry, you've got a little admin pouch. And if I'm running like this, that's where I'll keep my pistol mags. I usually keep a spare dead rag, maps. I keep a comms chart in there to program my radio as well. So moving on to radio stuff, you'll see right here, I've got my headset, which is just a simple little MSA style headset. We carry things like this in store all the time with what they call a TP120 connector, which you can hook up to any manner of push to talk buttons that we also carry and can get you here at the store. Use this just to click into your radio and talk to your teammates. You always got to represent with your morale patches. You got to have the little D14 patch. You got to show off there. There was an 878 one out there too over the weekend. It fell off and I lost it. I'm gonna have to get another one from Chad. Texas flag bird, because I am the black bird and I am from Texas, so I like to have my Texas flag stuff. Let's flip this guy around to the back. I'm gonna show you what we got going on back here. So I know someone's gonna ask. Yes, I do have fake plates in here. These are the Emerson plastic kind of like hollow plates that we sell here at the store. They're awesome, they're inexpensive, and a lot of guys go, why don't you get foam, man? What if you land on your chest? I learned from some friends of mine that landing on those foam plates doesn't feel as nice as landing on these plastic ones. Yes, it hurts a little bit more, but I found that ultimately I end up taking a lot less damage in the short term because they kind of provide an air cushion. So at least for a bigger guy like me, that's what I prefer. On the back, I've got a Source 1 liter Kangaroo hydro pouch. I love this thing. I don't usually carry a whole lot of water on me, and if I do, I don't like it all on my back, so I can spread out and adjust and keep some water bottles in here. I've got a little GP pouch right here that I can use for just storing all kinds of random knickknacks, and I actually need to hang this a little lower, but it'll do. You can see here I've actually still got a leftover water bottle from the weekend. So I'll keep water in there, spare ammo, dead rags, tourniquets. I think I stuffed a whole bunch of ace bandages in there at one point for Bulldog. I've got a pistol pouch back here that I use for either a multi-tool or a speed loader. I'm always carrying speed loaders on me because you never know when you need to lend one to somebody, and then that one's so that I can reload my pistol in the field, since the Odin doesn't do that as well. Inside for a radio, right here, I have got I'm not gonna pull it all the way out because it's kind of looped in there, but my Baofeng, this is my UV5RA that I use for milsim games. A lot of you guys will know that I am habitually terrible about remembering to charge and program my radio, so this doesn't get a whole lot of use. And in fact, I actually ran into a bunch of comms issues with it, but it's fine. You just fall back on yelling really loud and getting your point across, and it generally kind of accomplishes the same deal. But it is nice to have it in milsim games when they are working. It's a luxury. You just got to learn not to rely on it and kind of operate without it. Lastly, right here, I've got my Elite Force Dead Rag. I love these things. I always thought these were super, super goofy. I will be the first one to tell you that I was like super anti Elite Force Dead Rag when I first started playing. Before I finally got one. The first time Elite Force came down here, I was like, man, that thing's goofy. It doesn't look good on your gear. It's not milsim. And Cliff goes, dude, just try it. Put it on here. You know, if you like it, you can keep it. And he hands me one. And I went and I played with it the very first BB Wars that Elite Force sponsored down here. And it was awesome. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not my go-to dead rag because the way that I have it positioned, there's not a good way to mount it on your shoulder, so I can't get it up to my hat. But being able to just yank this thing out and always have it on me in case I lose it, or lose my regular dead rag rather, is the best thing ever. And having the Velcro to just kind of be like, yep, cool, it's out. Now it's on my chest. Yeah, you know, people from behind aren't gonna see it, but hopefully I'm not getting shot in the back. And it gets the job done. It's a pretty fantastic little setup there. This is all supplemented by my battle belt, where you'll find things like a holster, a dump pouch, med pouches, and things like that. We'll go over that in another video. But for right now, this is my JPC, and a lot of the stuff you can actually get up here. For example, these clip-based kind of quick detach systems, you can find similar products to these on the Condor Vanquish plate carriers. They use a similar detachable clip system, and you can buy the clips separately. They're slightly different spec to what I'm using, so they're not interchangeable, but they are usable, and the vests come equipped with them already, which is really awesome, being able to have that functionality. I've been thinking about picking up a black plate carrier for doing some cool, just black loadouts at like weekend games, and I think I may do one with the Vanquish, because it's going to give me all the same functionality I get out of this, but in a really low cost effective platform. Alternatively, we've got the DEFCON JPCs, we've got the Firepower JPCs, and they all kind of are the same style of vest. So if you like this, I mean, anybody who says JPCs can't fit a big dude, that's a whole load of garbage, because I'm a big guy and this thing fits me just fine. I keep my cummerbund slick for the most part, but you can even, actually, even on the ones we carry, this is all MOLLE webbing, so you can get in here and get your pouches looped in, which is cool. Just fantastic, awesome setup. It is a bit heavier than I normally like to run, which is one of the reasons why I have the chest rig here. But awesome setup all around, and it got me through Bulldog with no problems, so it was great to be able to carry all the ammo and just be the ultimate support gunner for my squad. My name's Dave, guys. Thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you guys here next time.